Sri Gurupyo Namah. Morning viewers. In this video we are going to see the upcoming Saturn Transit. Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius on January 17th, evening around 6:02 pm. We will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac as a separate video. If you are new to my channel, keep it subscribed so that you get my updates instantly. The Saturn transit takes place on 17th of January, evening around 6:02 pm, where you are seeing the planetary portion. During the day, it is Visakha star, where Moon is on Scorpio, and you could see the planetary portion. Rahu is at Aries, Mars is at Taurus, Ketu is at Libra, Moon is at Scorpio, and Mercury is at Sagittarius. Sun and Venus conjuncted at Capricorn, Saturn being a ruler at Aquarius. Now as a day it enters into the Aquarius and becomes a ruler there, and Jupiter is a ruler at its own house Pisces. This is the planetary position. Based on these planetary positions for the next 2.5 years, we will be seeing the predictions for each and every zodiac, how Saturn is going to behave, what are the good and positive things a person will get, and what would be the negative effects. First of all, one should understand the planetary position of the current position. It will have an impact up to 15 to 20% on a personal horoscope. The basis is only based on the original horoscope, which is derived on the Mahadasa and Antardasa from the existing planetary position on the birth date and time. So one need not have to worry about all these problems of Saturn. At the same time, during the 7.5 period of Saturn, as well as Saturn is at the 8th house, there may be some problems also. We call it as Ashtama Sani, and we call it as Edara Sani. So all these two positions, the Saturn will give some negative impacts also. Depends upon the planetary positions during that particular time. The best remedy could be praying to Lord Ganesha daily, or every Saturday praying to Lord Hanuman will give you good relief from the Saturn's ill effects. So let us see which are all the zodiac getting good and bad effects based on the upcoming Saturn transit. For these three zodiac, the upcoming Saturn transit seems to be highly favorable. First, let us see for Aries. So far, Saturn was placed at the 10th house, is going to move to the 11th house, which indicates profit. So, the position of Saturn, which takes its highest power like Mula Trikona at Aquarius, which is being the 11th house for Aries, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable for them. So, they can expect good returns. They can expect good returns through investments. There will be good rise in the salary. Those who have worked in a company for, they can expect some good incentives, increments during this upcoming Saturn transit. Also, those who are doing business can grow their business well and get some good business inflow, and there will be good inflow of money. So for Aries, we can say this is a good positivity. Next comes Sagittarius. So far, Sagittarius was under the control of Saturn for 7.5 years. On the January 17th, when Saturn moves away from the 2nd house to the 3rd house, the zodiac Sagittarius gets rid of the 7.5 period of Saturn completely. So that is a great time for them, because for the past 7.5 years they had struggled a lot. So this movement of Saturn, it will give some good benefits. It will start yielding good benefits for Sagittarius. Also, Saturn at 3rd house will do some positivity, as whenever the planets are associated with 3rd and 11th house, will definitely give some positive results. The 3rd zodiac is Virgo. For Virgo, so far Saturn was placed in the 5th house. Now moving to the 6th house seems to be really good. So when 6th house, a planet like Saturn is associated, they can get good returns through business. Those who had invested money they can yield some good positive results during this particular time. Those who borrowed through loans, this particular time it will give them benefits of repaying back the loan. Similarly, those who have lended money to others, this particular period they can get back the money So it's a good time for them also. They can win out of their enemies. In business, they can win out of the competitors' shares. All the positive things can happen. So for the upcoming Saturn transit, for all these three zodiac, the positivity could be more than 80%. Now for the zodiac Taurus. So far, Saturn was placed in the 9th house, and which moves to the 10th house. 10th house indicates job, workplace. So we can expect good job opportunities for those who are unemployed so far. This time seems to be really favorable for them. Those who are already working in a company can find this period suitable for promotions as well as increments. Some may get foreign opportunities. They travel different places. So a lot of positive things can happen for Taurus. Also, Saturn is responsible for the 9th and 10th houses. So we can say some of them may start their own business with the father or elder brother's side. This could be really good fortune for doing business also. Now for Scorpio, as Saturn moves to the 4th house, and we call it as Kendra. Whenever in Kendra a planet like Saturn is associated, it could yield some positive results. So for Scorpio, this Saturn transit seems to be really favorable. They can increase their asset purchases. Some of them can buy their own house, buy their own flats. They can buy their land, or they can invest money in share market and find some good profits. So it looks really positive for them. And some of them, if the mother's health is not well, they can get complete recovery from their health related problems. So this seems to be favorable for Scorpio. In terms of Gemini, so far Saturn was placed at the 8th house, so it could have given a lot of troubles for them. As Saturn moves away from 8th house to 9th house, seems to be really good time for Gemini, because the ill effects of the 8th house is getting relieved as Saturn moves away to the 9th house. For all these three zodiac, this Saturn transit we can expect 70% and above positivity. Now for these three zodiac, if you see for Capricorn, as Saturn moves away from Capricorn itself is a good relief for those who are in this particular zodiac. So far they might have faced lot of troubles, they might have faced lot of health related issues, many negative effects, some might have lost their job. All these problems might have faced for the last 2.5 years. As Saturn moves away to the 2nd house, it looks really favorable for them, as at the 2nd house lord itself is going to be a ruler. It looks like they can build their money back. Whatever they have lost so far, they can regain back. So it's a good time for building the revenue. Some of them can construct their own house. Some of them can communicate well to others. Those who are in the field of communication business, they can improve their skills. And those who are not married yet, it's a good time for them to settle down in their life. So positivity can happen in the upcoming Saturn transit. Now when you consider Libra, so far Saturn is placed good, but to an extent it is favorable as it moves to the 5th house, and Saturn will not do bad effects for those ascendant and zodiac of Venus as well as for Mercury. So Saturn being placed at the 5th house at Trikona is not good, but at the same time for Libra, to an extent it gives positivity. And for Leo, so far Saturn is placed from 6th house, it moves to the 7th house, itself is really good, but at the same time as it aspects the Leo, some may find troubles in the married life. Who are looking for marriage alliances, there may be some troubles, there may be hurdles, so some negativity is also there. So for these three zodiac, we can say a positivity from 50 to 70%. In the upcoming Saturn transit, we could see these three zodiac getting badly affected. As Saturn moves from Capricorn to Aquarius, so those who are in this zodiacs and Aquarius, they are in the mid of the 7.5 period of Saturn, so they face lot of troubles in the next 2.5 years. So they may face some health related issues, some troubles, some hurdles in their life. Those who are looking for marriage, things may not happen in time, so a lot of negative things can happen. But one should remember that Saturn owns the houses of Capricorn and Aquarius, will not do much harm to the own houses. As you can see, a teacher can punish any student, but at the same time, the teacher will not give the similar punishment to his own child in case if the same child is studying under him. So the teacher may show some mercy to his own child. So like the same way Saturn will not do much harm to the zodiac Capricorn as well as Aquarius. So they need not have to worry a lot. Now for Pisces, as when Saturn moves to the 12th house of Pisces, it starts the sound of period of Pisces now. So now the zodiac, those who are in this particular zodiac, they may face lot of expenses. So as they are entering to the 7.5 period of Saturn. So the next 7.5 years time seems to be a really tough time for Pisces. So it is not so encouraging for them. And the another zodiac is Cancer. For Cancer, as Saturn moves from 7th house to the 8th house, so which is not favorable. So far, they might have faced some troubles in the family life. There may be conflict between husband and wife, life partners. Now, all these conflicts might come to an end. Even for those who are unmarried, there are chances they get married. All these positive things can happen. But at the same time, when Saturn moves to the 8th house, it may give some health related problems, some hurdles, some troubles in the family life. So for these three zodiac, the positivity could be less than 50%. Now let us see for each and every zodiac sign, based on the position of Jupiter and the upcoming Saturn transit and also the placement of Rahu and Ketu, what would be the predictions, what are the positive things and negative things, which we can see in detail. Taurus, the second zodiac sign as per the Kala Purusha Tattva. For Taurus, Saturn has moved away from 9th house to 10th house, and now it is going to be very strong in the 10th house in the upcoming Saturn transit. 10th house indicates work and job and workplace. So those who are working in a company, this is a good time for the better prospects. Based on their hard work for the past years, we can say they will get good positions during this upcoming Saturn transit. Those who are jobless for very long, this particular period, they may get good job opportunities, especially in the field of IT and another communication industry. Saturn is responsible for the 9th and 10th houses for Taurus. So we call it as Dharma Karmadi Yoga. So Saturn becomes the Dharma Karmadi Yoga planet. So when it is strong at the 9th house and the 10th houses, some of them may take the business, some of them may move to the business and they join with their father or their elder brothers and start the business. So those who are working may change their job style. Instead of working in a company, they may try to own their own business. So this mentality might come to some of them. So this Saturn transit may turn some of the job seekers to become entrepreneurs. Some of them may get foreign opportunities. They go to foreign countries for job. So they get transfers from India to other countries. Similarly, from one country to another country they may go. So a lot of positive things could happen. Saturn aspecting the 12th house, 4th house and the 7th houses. When Saturn aspects 12th house, because a planet like Saturn, which is a evil planet, aspecting the 12th house turns out very positive. So some of them may get foreign opportunities, some may travel different places, some may find good returns through investments. So these are the positive things. Some of them may run their own social media channel and try to gain different foreign currencies. So these are positive things. For children, this is a right opportunity to study in different places. They may even go to foreign countries for their better studies. This is a right time for having a good and sound sleep. Those who have been struggling a lot and spending sleepless nights, this particular transit time, they find it is very much comfortable for them. They have a luxurious life, have a comfortable sleeping nights. So it seems to be to an extent good. Now Saturn aspecting the 4th house directly, which may give some troubles also. So they may find some health related issues in the mother and the mother side family. Some of them may find problems in their assets. The house they are stay, there may be some frequent problems. The vehicles they have, they find some troubles there also. But fortunately, as Jupiter is also associating with Aries, and it starts aspecting the fourth house, so to an extent it will not give harm. So when Jupiter is associating with the Aries and aspecting the fourth house, it reduces the ill effect of Saturn and makes it positive. So even though the problem creeps up, Jupiter will try to substantiate this problem and try to elevate them from the problem. So it seems to be a plus and minus situation. So they may face some problems, at the same time they find remedies also. So they may find some health related issues in the mother and they find solutions also. So this is the mixed effect when Saturn aspecting the fourth house as well as Jupiter aspecting the fourth house. Now the Saturn aspecting the seventh house, where it becomes more trouble here, because here Jupiter is not aspecting as of now. During such time there may be some conflict between life partners, there may be some troubles. Even those who are not married, they may find some hurdles, some troubles in getting a suitable alliances. There may be some problems in their life, there may be some problems in their friend circle also. So those who are doing partnership business, there may be some issues with their team, that is their partners. So there may be some conflicts also. But whenever the seventh house is getting associated with Jupiter or Venus or a rising moon or a Mercury, then the issues may not be there. So it will substantiate those issues. Also during the period of 2024, when Jupiter moves away from Aries to Taurus, it starts aspecting the seventh house. That time the ill effects will get reduced. So that is also another positivity. Same way, when Jupiter moves away from Aries to Taurus, the fourth house becomes negative there. So one end, when fourth house becomes positive, seventh house becomes negative due to Jupiter aspecting the fourth house. The moment Jupiter moves to the Taurus, the seventh house becomes positive and fourth house becomes negative. So this is a mixed effect for Taurus. So they may find some problems in their assets, the purchases, the legal problems and all. Same way, there may be some problems in the married life also, in the business partners, friends and all. So they need to be very much careful in all these areas in the next 2.5 years. There may be some troubles in the housewife, okay, especially those who are doing household work. So they may get a lot of tensions. There may be a lot of family members coming to them, and they need to work a lot. So even sometimes they need to work some 8 to 10 hours like that. So they have a very tough time during this next 2.5 years. But luckily, some of them may get good support from their life partner. Especially they get some jewels during this particular period. They can purchase some jewels. They can get some silver and other ornaments. So as a gift, they get some gift also. So this is some of the positivity for the housewives, especially in this particular zodiac. Those who are unmarried, during 2024-25 period, there are chances to get married. The troubles will get elevated and they will find a suitable ally. They get settled down in their life. So for Taurus, the Saturn transit is giving a mixed effect, so both positive and negative together. So we can say for this upcoming Saturn transit, for Taurus, there could be 70 to 75% positivity.